Hello, this is Ron Woody. It is February the 23rd, 2023. We expect the temperature to be 80 degrees today. Just think, 80 degrees. It's confused us beekeepers and it's confused a lot of our colonies. I want to take a rundown of this yard right quick and tell you how we have managed through the winter and what we're doing as we go forth in the spring. So let me flip my camera around. I think I've got 14 colonies here, 15. Remember, I got one at the Ross's, 15, then I've got 4 over at Narramore Farms. So far, all of them have made it through the winter. We managed a little bit different this year, and let me tell you kind of a couple of things we've done. If you looked at my last video, you can see a few things have changed in the bee yard. You see this box here, there'll be one that goes on it that says be kind. I did a transfer from a bookcase, which I put nukes in my bookcase, and I transferred it yesterday. I also transferred, I had a double nuke where this painted beehive is. I had a double nuke, a medium, so those 10 frames or 8 frames, I put it in that one yesterday since the weather. The one right beside it is just an empty one to catch a new swarm. You can see right there on the right hand side, this little tiny one, that will be a one to raise queens in. So I've internally fed some of them. You can see right here, the one on the left, it says TF. That means it's got a top feeder. So that's the top box. There's nothing in it but a feeder. IF is an internal feeder, or it's a frame feeder. So I've been feeding like that till today, and today I decided I'm going to go ahead and do these. I think they're called Boardman feeders. It's the exterior. You ask 10 beekeepers their opinion, you're going to get at least 20 answers because all of them have 2. What's the best way to feed? Externally, the jars as you see, internally into a frame feeder, which you see on the left hand side, IF, or on the top feeder, which you'll see a TF. Some of these I've fed this year, some of them I have not. I went ahead and put the external feeders on for 2 reasons. One, that lets me know how well the colonies are doing, and 2, the next 10 days or so, the weather's still going to be in the 50s plus. So you can see I have a very active apiary right now. 23rd of February, I got a call a while ago about a swarm, so I'm going to be heading out. They sent me a picture of it. It looks like it's a legitimate swarm. Now, whether it swarmed today or whether it was something of last year and they're just now seeing the bees come out, that's yet to be said. But what we do is we take all of our beekeeping production equipment off of our hives during the wintertime. One, that allows us to treat for the varroa mite, and 2, it allows us to get set up and we do not have any sugar water mixed with honey. So what will happen is, depending on a couple of weeks, we get a good nectar flow, all sugar water comes off, and we start putting our honey producing super zone. So it's important to know that as someone who consumes honey, that you're not contaminating your equipment, and 2, you're not commingling sugar water with honey. So that's kind of what we do here at the Woody Apiary Yard. Again, we're coming out of winter with 19 colonies. Is it possible to lose 1 or 2 between now and the honey flow? It is, just because of starving. That's the one reason we do some feeding. So I'm going to sign off here, and I'm going to head up to Kingston where I've got a potential swarm. And if it's a swarm of February, it'll be the first one I've ever heard of, but it's possible.